Social. I'm Rena Obozeghie. Welcome to Wednesday's edition. Now, the Senate has given reasons why they must go ahead to purchase the SUVs vehicle that we have been talking about, and that is the sports utility vehicles. They have also justified getting the cars and has asked Nigerians who are concerned to beam their searchlight on ministers who have multiple official cars, those at the Green Chamber, and even lawmakers at state assemblies. Now, why they are importing cars instead of patronizing locally made ones is because, one, the cost, even though they didn't say how much. Two, durability. They say their findings show that Nigerian roads are not fit for made in Nigeria cars. And three, it was based on recommendations.
They approved a Land Cruiser for us. And somebody that is a minister, you have more than 6, maybe 3 Land Cruiser, Prado, and other vehicles in their convoy. And you are not asking them questions. Please spare us a bit. And this vehicle that you take, go to Nigerian roads today. If I go home once to my senatorial district, I come back spending a lot on my vehicle because our roads are bad. I have to explain to you, I said the decision that we took on using Land Cruiser, our procurement department, you know, they have the exchange, the price analysis and other sections. They did a comparative cost and durability. Are you getting me? Before they came up with this. If you go to state houses of assembly today, check out. Most of them, before they were even inaugurated, the governors will have bought vehicles waiting for them. Even local government chairmen, I know the vehicle my local government chairman is using. So why National Assembly alone?
All right, let's see how this met netizens yesterday. I am Eriolua says, in other words, my brother is a prodigal child. Don't tell me to be the responsible one that should protect the family wealth. So, give me permission to waste too. He took half of the wealth and wasted it. Let me waste just 1/3 of the wealth, and please don't talk about it. Does that sound reasonable? No. If anything, it x-rays their wickedness, recklessness, and I don't care about the common Nigerian. For another user tweeting at King Leo, he says, compatriots, let's put our hands together for them. And we are about to empower Japan with scarce forex that we don't have while we ignore innocent and not. They are not good enough for public servants who spend taxpayers' money. More reactions coming in from Godwin, who says, very shameful that senators and ministers are competing on the number of cars they drive. Wickedness in high place at the expense of poor Nigerians. And for Joseph, it says it is appalling to see that the justification adduced by the Senate is the mere fact that ministers have free SUVs. By the way, do ministers buy new Jeeps every 4 years? If yes, the act is wasteful and an outright wrong that should not justify another wrong to avoid 2 wrongs. More reactions coming in from Big John _dignity, who says, so now vehicle competition una they do now. Can someone tell how this country will progress with such mindset, yet some persons will still come out to shamelessly defend them? This same crop will seek re-election and will surprisingly win. And it says, God help my country. Amen. And now to another story. One of the judges in River State High Court, who doubles as the wife of FCT Minister Nyesom Wike, she is Eberechi Wike, has recommended amputation as punishment for anyone found guilty of defiling a minor. She was speaking on the sidelines of the Second National Conference of Family Court Judges, Magistrates, and other family court practitioners in Port Harcourt, the River State capital, where she stressed that imprisonment for 14 years is too minute for an offense as grave as defiling a child.
But if you ask me, I will say without thinking that we should not just put those persons found guilty of such offenses, in prison for life or for 14 years, we should do much more. I think we should do something that will be really drastic, that will make them think twice before they do that. And I cannot think of anything better than having legislation that whatever it is or whatever part of your body you use on the child while defiling the child, that part should be cut off. If it's your finger, if it's your mouth, if it's the private parts, I think men will take it more seriously when you come up with such a legislation. And it will take, I hope, a man in the House of Reps or in the Senate, in the National Assembly to sponsor a bill like that. And that will be a man who we will find to be faultless in that regard. He will not be a man found defiling children. Only a man like that can stand up.
All right, in reaction to this, Olu says, what punishment would she recommend for those defiling elections, the constitution and democracy as a whole? Whatever shades that is. Pato says, I totally agree with that, ma'am. However, we must not stop there. We should also make room for those who engage in false rape accusations to face serious consequences. Above all, politicians who steal public funds, thereby rendering so many citizens poor and at risk, should also face similar or even tougher penalties. Also in reaction, Optimist says, you can't return us to the British era, madam. This is not a Sharia country. And for Prince Izu, he says, I agree with you on this 100%. We also need to have something like that for politicians, corrupt judges, and people who rig elections and steal people's mandate. All right, then let's go ahead to have more reaction from Stephen, saying that while some individuals may express support for severe punishment like amputation, it is essential to consider that the laws and principles governing legal systems tend to prioritize fair trials, proportionate punishment, and rehabilitation opportunities for the offended. And let's have our final story, which is coming in from Kogi State, to say that Wike Abejide, who is the candidate of the African Democratic Party, ADC, in the November 11 governorship election in Kogi State, has continued to trend. This is because a video of him bearing his manifesto to traditional leaders in the state, he's assured them that in return for being elected, if that turns out the case in about 2 weeks, he would ensure he doesn't put them inside sun. That's what he said. And only the available best hotel shall he lodge the chiefs when officially invited.
I will respect all my traditional rulers. I will give you the due respect that is needed. I will make sure anytime I invite you, I will call you, put you in the best hotel for you to enjoy yourself. I will not look down and put you inside sun.
They're telling the traditional rulers that best hotels only, and that's why you have to vote for me. Another edition of Happy Hour, right? Okay, let's have some reactions to this. Engineer Tito says, this man does see Kogi traditional rulers finish. Also in reaction is this user who says, Kai, Nigeria. No wonder they feel political offices is for partying. You didn't think of good roads, employment for their children, etc. that will make life better for them, not to lodge them for good hotels. With the state money, Abby, may you never succeed in the election, whoa. And Mr. Thyssen says he did not lie. The only problem was he was not pragmatic enough to avoid backlashing. Anyways, I wish Kogi gets a better governor because that state don't collect too much. And he says APC is the real Idonsha. So let's see what he means by the last sentence or line when he says APC is the real Idonsha. So yeah, that's how we call it a day today.